Coming up on News Watchin', investigators identify the body that was found in 6 Mile Creek.
Also, 2 Amish men were caught drinking and buggying.
And a new app created for teenagers in a school to text their principal.
All that and more tonight on News Watchin'. Good evening, I'm Juliann Terry.
And I'm Spencer Kenny. It was the final send-off for Chief Charles Glover of the Cortland Fire Department on Friday. Glover served the city for 42 years, dating all the way back to 1977 when he first started as a volunteer firefighter. A special ceremony was held for Chief Charles Glover as he walked out of the firehouse for the last time. Cortland Mayor Brian Tobin, along with other city officials and members of the public, gathered to give him a final salute.
In Trumbull County, Ohio, 2 Amish men were operating their horse and buggy system when an officer heard a stereo system playing in the passing buggy. The officer also noticed multiple open 12-packs of beer in their carrier system. The officer signaled for them to pull over, but they jumped out and ran for the woods, abandoning their horse and buggy. The 2 men are still unidentified and missing. Local law enforcement are still on the lookout for the 2 runaways and have encouraged them to, quote, face the music and accept the consequences. As for the horse they abandoned, law enforcement has donated their vehicle and the horse to a local farmer.
Ithaca police have identified the woman whose body was found in 6 Mile Creek as 31-year-old Wendy Owens. Investigators say kayakers paddling through the channel near Railroad Bridge made the discovery around 5 p.m. on Saturday. The cause of Owens' death is still under investigation, and police are asking for your help. Anyone with information is asked to call Ithaca Police at 607-272-9973. Authorities are investigating the deaths of dozens of cats found in an upstate New York home after the former owner was evicted. The Times-Herald-Record reports that the remains of 89 cats had been removed from the house in Montgomery as of midday Friday. Boxes containing more dead cats were found in an open grave behind the house. One box had a label that read, "Rest in peace, Zippy, you were a good little girl." The cat remains were discovered when a work crew arrived to clear out the house. Authorities say animal cruelty charges may be filed by the Orange County District Attorney's Office.
Over the weekend, police responded to a fatal car accident at 6 Mile Creek. An unidentified man was driving on South Fulton Street when he lost control of the vehicle and crashed into the banks of the creek. The car was immediately flooded with water. However, when police arrived to the scene, it was too late for the driver of the car. He was transported to Cayuga Medical Center, where he was pronounced dead. The vehicle was also carrying a passenger and a dog who were both miraculously uninjured. A global climate strike was held around the world on Friday, and the Ithaca community held their own march and rally in the Commons. More than 1,000 people, including young high school students, were in attendance holding signs and chanting things such as "Make Earth Great Again." The rally had student speeches, a Cornell professor, and even Tracy Matrano, a Democratic candidate for the 23rd Congressional District. Protesters hope to have raised awareness to others about the threats our environment is currently facing.
It's no secret we're used to seeing teenagers with their faces glued to their phones sending texts to their friends. But now, students in the North Syracuse Central School District have an app to message their principal. So far, the anonymous form of communication has stopped fights in the hallway and busted students vaping in the bathroom. But now, the app also allows students who see something to say something when they see a threat on social media. Tip 411 is a technology suggested by the Onondaga County School Safety Task Force. Now, this was put together last year by the Onondaga County District Attorney Bill Fitzpatrick after the tragedy that occurred at Parkland when 17 students were killed in a shooting. Tip 411 is already available to all citizens in Onondaga County as a way to reach their local police. But now, many school districts are getting the app or something similar for students to talk with administrators.
And coming up this weekend, one of Ithaca's favorite local events, Apple Fest. This is the 36th year that the event will take place in downtown Ithaca. Everyone going to the event can experience an array of art and craft vendors, delicious food trucks, and live performances from local bands. This event kicks off fall festivities and gives everyone something to look forward to. Apple Fest will run from noon to 6 p.m. on Friday and 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday.
Now, I gotta tell you, Juliann, I am the worst Ithaca citizen ever because I've never been to Apple Fest.
You've never been to Apple Fest?
Never.
I cannot believe that. You definitely have to go this weekend.
Okay, so what are some things that are like a must-see, a must-have?
You definitely have to try the apple mac and cheese, and if you're feeling a little adventurous, the apple pizza.
Apple pizza, you know what? I gotta try that. Coming up after break, is Tinder creating a TV show?
And new video surfaces of an April 2018 Antonio Brown tirade.
And the reason why Will Smith held an intervention for son Jaden.
All that and more when we come back.
Stay with us.